21-19158, State versus Matthew Aldridge. Are you Matthew Aldridge? Are you Matthew Aldridge?
I'm the attorney of fact for Matthew Aldridge.
You were what?
The attorney of fact.
Attorney what?
Of fact.
Attorney of fact. And what does that mean?
You know, right. His authorization to do legal representation.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply an attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
My name?
Yes, sir.
I don't have.
You don't have a name? Pardon?
I'm the attorney of fact for the respondent mayor.
This guy walks into court and starts claiming he's the attorney of fact, not even a real legal title. You can hear the confusion in the judge's voice. It's like watching a scene out of a courtroom parody.
An attorney at law can stand in court and represent a criminal defendant. And to do so otherwise violates the criminal law statutes of the state of Tennessee and could land someone who attempts to represent themselves as an attorney at law in serious trouble. I understand what you're saying. I understand you're saying an attorney in fact. And what I want you to understand is that if you have a power of attorney, then you need to demonstrate that power of attorney. Do you have a legal document called a power of attorney?
No, I do not at this time.
Okay. Then you don't have any authority to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge in this court. You have no legal authority, nor do you have any authority through a legal document to represent or to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge.
Why don't the court just let me file this document?
Show it to the bailiff and he'll show it to me.
Dangerous because lives and legal outcomes are on the line. After clip 2, this is where it gets serious. The judge gave him a chance. If you have a power of attorney, show it. He doesn't, which means this man is trying to step into a legal proceeding with zero authority. The courts don't play around with this, and for good reason. Imagine if just anyone could walk into court and speak for you.
Oh, apparently there's a copy here. All right. This is in the state of Tennessee of Cheatham County and Chancery Court, which is filed in the wrong county because in the wrong court, because this is circuit court. You just be quiet.
You go to the courthouse, it comes up.
You need to listen to me instead of talking, okay? This is a challenge to the standing. The Supreme Court of the United States has stated that no corporation has standing anything to man. And then there's a quotation for Rundle versus Delaware Raritan Canal Company. And then it said, as well as it being a maximum of law, citing certain Latin phrases, dissimilar things ought not to be joined by a definition of Black's Law Dictionary. So the respondent in error requires that the state of Tennessee Incorporated and Cheatham County Chancery Court prove their standing to proceed against a man in any court of law. You have 15 calendar days to prove your standing or forever yield to estoppel, waiver, and fraud, and cease and desist this proceeding immediately.
The classic sovereign citizen playbook. Quoting obscure case law, referencing Latin maxims, and trying to challenge the court's jurisdiction. This stuff never works. Not only is it legally meaningless in criminal court, but also just irritates a judge and delays justice. These arguments don't protect you. They bury you deeper.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neal Aldridge has failed to appear personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which was set for trial tomorrow. And as a result, you have no standing, sir, under what I know what you're trying to do is to try to use the sovereign citizen approach to this situation. And I'm simply telling you that you do not have the right to represent Matthew Neal Aldridge. If you are, in fact, Matthew Neal Aldridge, then you need to say so and stop this nonsense, because that what you're attempting to do has no legal effect. You cannot challenge the criminal law or the jurisdiction of this court by simply filing some legal mumbo jumbo having to do with civil litigation. That has civil litigation in it. It is not a criminal case that you have cited. So it has no effect on this court regarding the criminal statutes of this court. This court is empowered under the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Tennessee and by the duly elected citizens of Cheatham County to empower and enforce the laws of the state of Tennessee. And that is what I'm going to do regarding Matthew Lynn Aldridge.
The judge finally calls out for what it is. Nonsense. There's a moment of real clarity here. The judge isn't just dismissing the tactic. He's explaining why it fails. Criminal court operates under the Constitution, not imaginary legal theories.
Question. Is that an Article 3 trial?
To what?
Will that be an Article 3 trial? A trial by jury with jury?
It would be a trial by jury. Certainly it would be. But I don't know who you are. And I don't think you have any authority if you are not Matthew Lynn Aldridge to appear before this court. And you're wasting valuable time to all of these other citizens who are here today. So when I'm talking, you stop talking. No, you will when I'm finished talking. You are wasting the court's time by doing this, and I'm just simply instructing you that if you are, in fact, Matthew Lynn Aldridge, then this is your last day to settle your case. The trial date is set for tomorrow, and unfortunately, it will not go forward because of the fact that I have a conflict and I have to be in Stewart County on a civil matter. So we're going to assign a new trial date for Matthew Lynn Aldridge.
Someone's life, someone's freedom. After clip 5, this is heartbreaking and frustrating. Today was supposed to be Matthew Aldridge's last chance to settle his case before trial.
General, we're going to need to set a trial date in July.
July 15th.
I'm sorry,
July 15th.
July 15th. All right. To Matthew Aldridge and the individual standing before me whose name must not be uttered, then we will set a July 15th trial date for Mr. Aldridge. Whatever this document is that you have filed is in fact invalid because it does not cite any valid criminal statute, and therefore I'm denying whatever.
Possibly he, under another name, wastes the court's time and drags the case deeper into confusion. Everyone else waiting in that courtroom is delayed. 2, it's selfish and reckless. After clip 6, and finally, the judge draws a line. A new trial date is set, but the warning is clear. Miss it, and jail is next. You can feel the judge's patience running out. This isn't about paperwork anymore. It's about accountability. And right now, that's nowhere to be.